Hello, damsels and knights. I'm Sam Godwin, and welcome to my channel. Having ranked the historical figures nicknamed the Great from antiquity, it's now time to crown the greatest man of the Middle Ages. Let's see who the contestants are. Charlemagne, Theodoricus, Justinianus, Otto I, Canute I of England, Stephen III of Moldavia, Alfred of Wessex, Ferdinando I of Leon, João I of Portugal, Alfonso III of Asturias, Pedro III of Aragon, Volodymyr of Kiev, Pope Gregorius the Great, and Pope Nicholas the Great. It's interesting how the so-called Dark Ages are the historical period with the most rulers named the Great. As always, remember that these ranking is only my personal opinion, so don't take it too seriously. Number 15th, Nicholas Magnus. The last pope to be called the Great. He ruled the Papal States from 858 to 867. During this time, he increased his papal authority and influenced events in Europe. He believed that the Pope should have suzerainty over all Christians, including royalty, in matters of faith and morals, and tried to impose this idea. Number 14th, Gregorius Magnus. He was Pope from 590 to 604, and his papacy was marked by two events. First, at the start of his rule, the Lombards of the Duchy of Spoleto marched on Rome to attack it, but he convinced them through diplomacy to spare the city. Twice. Second, his missionary work to convert people to Christianity in North Africa, Spain, France, and especially England, where Augustine of Canterbury brought the Christian faith to the Anglo-Saxons. Number 13. Kinich Janob Pakal. This man, with a such complicated name, was the greatest king of the Mayan city-state of Palenque and the most famous Mayan king of them all. He ruled the city and its domains for an outstanding 68 years, from 615 to 683. He expanded Palenque's power and initiated an important building program still visible today. Number 12. Alfonso III of Asturias. King of a state in northern Spain from 866 to 910, his reign was notable for his success in consolidating his kingdom after fighting numerous battles against the Muslims, gaining many victories, and expanding his lands significantly. Number 11. Ferdinand I of Leon. He was the Count of Castile from 1029 and then the King of Leon after defeating his brother-in-law in 1037 and marrying Queen Sancha of Leon, uniting Castile and Leon to form a powerful state that expanded against the Muslim emirate, continuing the Reconquista. Number 10. Aelfred of Wessex. The first unofficial king of England. When he became ruler in 871, England was ruled by a large part by Danes and Norsemen in the so-called Danelaw. This Viking army tried to take Wessex, but Aelfred was able to defending it through battlefield success and diplomacy, taking part of Mercia later in his reign. Thanks to his actions, he laid the foundation for the creation of a united England that will be completed under his nephew, Aethelstan. Number 9. Volodymyr of Kiev. Great Prince of the Kievan Rus from 978 until 1015. He secured the borders of his realm and protected it against incursions, establishing the Kievan Rus as a vast and powerful state in Eastern Europe. Originally a pagan, he converted to Christianity in 988 and Christianized the Kievan Rus for the first time, and is therefore considered a saint. Number 8. Pedro III of Aragon. He ruled the Catalan kingdom from 1276 to 1285. Although his reign was short, he demonstrated his ruling skills. He put down revolts in Aragon, intervened in the War of Sicilian Vespers, taking Sicily under his rule, and defended his kingdom from an invading French force, proving to be a very effective and good ruler. Number 7. Canute the Great. A very underrated ruler who created the North Sea Empire. He first conquered England in 1016, shortly after he claimed the Danish throne in 1018. 10 years later, he took Norway under his rule. Managing such a vast empire was not easy, but Canute was able to hold it together until his death. Number 6. Theodoricus Aemilius. He was the second ruler of Italy after the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476. He was king of the Ostrogoths from 474, and from 493 he ruled over the Italian peninsula and later extended his hegemony over the Visigothic and Vandal kingdoms. He ruled like a Roman emperor, trying to restore the glory of Rome, bringing prosperity in Italy, and the Goths and Romans lived in a relative peace under his rule. This Germanic king ruled better Rome than many true Roman emperors. Number 9. Pedro III of Aragon. He ruled the Catalan kingdom from 1276 to 1285. Although his reign was short, he demonstrated his ruling skills. He put down revolts in Aragon, intervened in the War of Sicilian Vespers, taking Sicily under his rule, and defended his kingdom from an invading French force, proving to be a very effective and good ruler. Number 8. Canute the Great. A very underrated ruler who created the North Sea Empire. He first conquered England in 1016, shortly after he claimed the Danish throne in 1018. 10 years later, he took Norway under his rule. Managing such a vast empire was not easy, but Canute was able to hold it together until his death. Number 7. Theodoricus Aemilius. He was the second ruler of Italy after the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476. He was king of the Ostrogoths from 474, and from 493 he ruled over the Italian peninsula and later extended his hegemony over the Visigothic and Vandal kingdoms. He ruled like a Roman emperor, trying to restore the glory of Rome, bringing prosperity in Italy, and the Goths and Romans lived in a relative peace under his rule. This Germanic king ruled better Rome than many true Roman emperors. Number 5. Stefan III of Moldavia. He was Prince of Moldavia from 1457 to 1504. During this time, he strengthened the central government and suppressed the rebellious aristocracy, making his kingdom stronger. Most importantly, he defended throughout his long reign his land with diplomatic skills and with various unpredictable victories on the battlefield against the Ottoman and Polish invasions, which was an incredible achievement. Moldavia was a small state with a lot of powerful enemies around it who tried to conquer it, but thanks to Stefan's effort, his kingdom remained free. Number 4. João I of Portugal. The founder of the House of Avish was the Grand Master of the Order of Avish and claimed the throne of Portugal in 1385, ruling until his death in 1433. He had an important role in Portugal's victory in a long succession war with Castile, which preserved his country's independence. He oversaw the beginning of Portugal's overseas expansion, conquering the Azores and the islands of Madeira, which will be the first steps for the creation of Portugal's overseas empire. His 48-year reign, the longest of any Portuguese monarch, saw the beginning of Portugal's golden age. So, we've arrived at the top 3. Who will be crowned the greatest man of the Middle Ages? It's a tough decision, but I'm putting the massively underrated Otto the Great at the bottom of the podium. He is the true founder of the Holy Roman Empire. Many of you will know Charlemagne as the founder of the HRE, but in reality, he was simply crowned emperor of the Romans. The Frankish king created the title, while Otto founded the state that would become the HRE. Beside this, he transformed East Francia in a European superpower, conquered the Kingdom of Italy in 961, and stopped the Hungarian raids in Central Europe. But all of this wasn't enough to make it into the top 2. Now we are left with a true Roman emperor and the first emperor of the Romans, Justinianus, the man who sacrificed everything to make Rome great again, or Charlemagne, the greatest king of the Franks and first Holy Roman Emperor. For me, the greatest between them is the man who has become synonymous with the Middle Ages, Charlemagne. Justinianus's legacy and impact on history is simply impressive, from the Codex of Roman Laws, the conquest of Italy to the Hagia Sophia. He would have been the greatest, but his dream of restoring the Roman Empire had a too high cost, causing a lot of economic and political problems for his successors. Surely the plague didn't help, but overall he left Constantinople in a bad condition as opposite of his early years as emperor. Meanwhile, Charlemagne transformed the Frankish kingdom into the most powerful state in Europe. His legacy shaped the Middle Ages, creating feudalism and started the process of creation for the Holy Roman Empire. So here is the final ranking of the greatest men of the Middle Ages. As you can see, Otto, Justinianus, and Charlemagne will compete in the video for the title of greatest man of all time. Thanks for watching, damsels and knights. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.